What is going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Welcome to Rants with Ray. I hope everyone is having an amazing day today, okay? Because we got some tea to talk about today, okay? We got some stuff to talk about today. And as you can see by the title, it says Beauty Spells, Destiny Swaps, and Witchcraft. We are about to get into it. We're going to dive deep, okay, and get into the nitty gritty of some things that are very important to know about and be aware of so you can properly protect yourself, okay? And before we get into it, I do want to say, if you are new here and you don't know about my ebook, The Number One Guide on How to Stop Smoking Weed, you guys, if you or anyone you know is struggling with addiction, this ebook will totally bless you. Not only will it break you free from the spirit of addiction, but it will also help you find the things laying deep and dormant within yourself that is making you believe that you need weed to cope in the first place, all while getting closer to God. So it's like a three in one, a three for one. Okay. And you can find the link to that ebook in my community board or the description box after the live. So mm, let's get into it. Okay. Let's get into it. So, whoever this video is for, um, you are someone that has always been, you've always had this bright light on you, right? And you've always stuck out no matter how hard you have tried to blend in, be invisible, or just not cause any extra attention to yourself. You have always stood out, and um in the midst of you standing out, it has caused you to have a lot of resistance and unwelcomed warfare, right? And with that unwelcomed warfare has come with a lot of envy, jealousy, secret competition, and things that are kind of be for things that are beyond your control. How you look, how people are attracted to you, how people gravitate to you, because whoever you are, you're like a super magnet that everyone uh kind of is attracted to or just interested in, and it will trigger jealousy, envy, secret competition, hatred in others that lack grounded base of security within themselves. And with that, with you having such a bright light, with you having the favor of God on you so strong, it can cause people to tap into dark sources to be able to attack you, right? Okay, the video just cut off. That's a sign. That's a good sign, y'all, that this video is it's major key. Whenever the video just turns off out of nowhere, the phone isn't hot, the connection is good. That lets me know that the enemy doesn't want this message to get out because it is going to help a lot of people break some things off of themselves or be able to um prevent certain things from happening. So, as I was saying, um you are a bright light, and with being a bright light it can be dangerous, which is why it's so important to practice proximity control, to really deny access. You cannot be an open gate to allow any type of energy, person, thing, or situation into your life without carefully analyzing what this thing, person, or situation is tied to because of who you are. Because it's like you have to practice proximity control because it's your protection, right? When you allow any and everything in your proximity, you put yourself in harm's way. So let's get into it. As far as the first thing we'll talk about is beauty spells. So there, God has been putting it heavy on my spirit that there has been a lot of wickedness going on towards people's beauty, towards how people are viewing you. And I got this message because one thing that I've noticed with myself is how I was gaining weight at an unnormal rate. And literally it was like weird because like I wouldn't even have to work out to necessarily maintain my weight. Of course you have to, eat pretty healthy or eat at a certain amount, but basically I was noticing how I was gaining weight unnormally fast, and I've been feeling led to really eat healthier, eat lighter, and to start back working out, to pay attention, because the way that you're going to come up against these beauty spells that are being done is to the way you're going to counterattack it beyond praying, and as far as we're talking about physicalities, is guarding yourself and still moving forward with taking care of yourself and the regimens, beauty regimens that you have. So okay, beauty spells are being sent out as far as gaining weight, go and work out, eat healthier. You've probably been feeling led to go on a fast, to eat healthier, to cut out certain things out of your diet, to uh practice not eating past a certain time. It's been certain things that you've been feeling led to do. If your face has been breaking out, pay attention to what you have been using. Um if your normal facial routine creams aren't working, pray over them. And what I said in my video yesterday, call your energy and power and vitality back to you. And when you do it, you want to call it back to you in Jesus's name. Because what's happening is the opposition, the enemy is trying to siphon your energy, siphon your life force, siphon your vitality, so you will not be able to complete your purpose, or so it can change the way that you look, so it can affect the way that people view you, right, as you are entering into this season of operating in your purpose at full capacity. So it's important to make sure that you are not getting lazy with your discipline concerning your beauty regimens. Don't go to sleep without putting on whatever your nightly routine is. Don't skip a day of going to the gym. That's how you counterattack these things, as far as witchcraft. And the same thing with destiny swaps, because the way that destiny swaps works is they try to steal your vitality so you do not um have the energy or the willpower to come, or just you don't have the willpower to complete or operate in your purpose at full capacity. So they'll drain you of your energy or try to get you sick, so you are not able to complete your purpose, so you're not able to get certain tasks done, right? And also what they'll try to do is um like steal or copy your identity. It's what I'm hearing in my spirit is identity theft. If they can take on your personality as their own, or take on your mannerisms as their own, it's like in the spiritual realm, what they try to do is they try to swap lives with you by trying to trick the spirit realm into thinking that you are them. And even though you can't trick the spirit realm, how it works is the thing that you were supposed to do, they take that thing on. The thing that you were operating in, they take that thing on. They pretend to be you, so whatever is designed for you to receive will transfer over to them. Because if they can get you to stop doing what you're supposed to do and they start doing it, it's making it seem as if they are you and they can receive or steal your blessings. Now, of course, that even if that does happen, it's still temporary, because the moment that you wake up, call back your energy, pray against whatever witchcraft is going on, and you start to operate in your purpose again, and you build up that durability to operate in full capacity in your purpose, whatever was stolen has to be returned back. In Proverbs, the book of Proverbs in the Bible, it says that when you catch the enemy, not only does it have to return what was stolen times seven, but it also has to return everything in the enemy's household at that time. So know that your destiny can't be permanently stolen, or your identity can't be permanently stolen while you're still here living on this earth. The only way that it can be stolen permanently, in a sense, is if they are successful in completely unaliving you and taking you out of here. But that's the whole purpose of listening to what I'm saying and doing what I'm telling you to do now, so you can avoid those things. So when you feeling tired and you know you're supposed to be doing something, if you get sleepy out of nowhere and you're about to start working on your craft, your dreams, your goals, or whatever the thing is, you work anyway. You don't go to sleep. You complete whatever you're supposed to complete anyway. If you're supposed to get up at a certain time, but you just don't have the energy to do it, get up anyway. When you go against the attacks that they're sending out, as far as to tire you, to weaken your willpower, to steal your vitality, when you go against that and do the opposite of what they want you to do, the attack cannot work. Because I started to notice when I started going outside to work out every day and get better with my eating habits, and stop eating past a certain time, it was like the weight dropped quickly. And I know you're probably like, well, duh, that's going to happen anyway. But at the rate that I was losing the weight so quickly, God confirmed to me that, okay, this was a spiritual attack. You have to stay disciplined on at this time even more than usual, because attacks are being sent out. And again, these attacks are being sent out as far as beauty spells, because they don't want you to look the part. They don't want, because let's face it, you guys, we live in a world that's very shallow. And a lot of people, unless God lifts the veil off their eyes, a lot of people will uh their first impression of you will be you, the outside, right? And that's why they want to ruin your beauty. That's why they're sending beauty spells, because they are not only jealous, but they want to corrupt how people view you. They want to corrupt how people are attracted to you naturally. um because not only are you attractive, but your spirit is attractive, your energy is contagious, and you're like a magnetic force that pulls anything to you, because you're the light and spirit of God is in you so strongly, operating through you, that it literally it attracts everything, right? And with attracting everything, can be a great thing, but it can also be a dangerous thing, because if you don't practice proximity control, because admiration could easily turn into obsession, and that obsession can turn into jealousy. That jealousy can turn into envy, and that can turn into something deadly, right? Because then they'll want to take you up out of here. They'll want to take your spot. They'll start copying everything you're doing to try to destiny swap, or to try to steal your identity, to steal your blessings, and take on your purpose for your life for themselves. And it's it's a very interesting wicked game, but as long as you are doing your part and staying consistent and disciplined with the things that God has put you here on this earth to do, nothing, no one, no witchcraft, no devil, no demon can be able to steal what is rightfully yours. Even if it seems like um there's some delay or things aren't working in your favor, do a fast, do a 3-day fast, or however long God calls you to fast. Do, like I said, do the opposite of what you're feeling. If you're feeling tired and you know you're supposed to get something done, get it done. If you know you're supposed to work out at a certain time, get up at a certain time. Do those things. Stay committed to the things that you know you're supposed to do, because the enemy is looking for any open door, any leak in your regimen, any leak in your discipline, any leak in your spiritual vitality, to be able to use that against you and come up against the plan that God has for your life. Okay. And like I said, I felt led to come on here and tell that to you all, because I was seeing it within myself, as far as at the rate that I was gaining weight, it just wasn't making sense. It was like, I'm not even eating like that. Like, why am why am I gaining weight at this rate? Like, it's not making sense. And God was like, it's certain things being done to be able to try to spoil your beauty, to try to corrupt the way that you, what's the word, that people are viewing you, right? And as long as you stay disciplined and committed, none of these attacks will be able to stick. They won't be able to work against you, okay? And know that you are protected, but there is also things that you have to do to be able to um come up against certain sorcery, because there are things that certain people are tapped into, very dark things that they're tapped into, where they are trying to completely take some people out of here. And like Jesus said, with some things, it can only be taken out or defeated with fasting and prayer, and with and also you want to do some physical work. You can't just, what's the word? You can't just pray and hope things will get better, but you're not doing anything physically to help you in that process. You get what I'm saying? So um stay disciplined, stay committed, stay vigilant in the journey of whatever journey God has you on, and know that God is going to come through for you, and the attacks will not be able to stick. They will not be able to stick. It's going to fall off of you like water, okay? I'm telling you, it's not going to be able to stick. And don't overshare at this time. Even if you are feeling like you are being attacked, or you feel like it's some, because for some of you all, the culprit is closer than you think, for one. Two, um when you are constantly speaking on these attacks, you're giving it more power, you're giving it more fuel than it needs. If you notice that you're being attacked, and there's beauty spells being done, and there's certain things that are happening to you that is causing some type of invisible resistance or unnecessary warfare, immediately combat that with prayer, calling your spirit, your power, your vitality back to you, transmuted by the blood of Jesus, and do the opposite of whatever attack they're sending you. So again, if they're sending you sleepy spells where you're tired, or lazy spells, whatever it is, go against whatever you're feeling in your flesh and your body, and do the task at hand, because the goal is to weaken your willpower. And because once your willpower is weakened, you won't have the capacity to do what God has called you to do. Then, after they weaken your willpower, that will lower your confidence. If you don't have confidence to believe in yourself, or believe in God and what He said, or had planned for your life, that's even more of a blow to you operating in your purpose. Then that will lead to destruction. So it's important to make sure that you are not allowed allowing these things to have more power than you in your life, okay? Because we have a lot more control than a lot of us want to take accountability for. And a lot of the times when you don't take accountability for your part in why your life may be a certain way, you miss it, and you stay in this toxic or demonic loop of continuous, this toxic cycle of getting close to breakthrough but never crossing the finish line, or getting so close to um breaking free from the warfare but never really seeing the fruit of what you have put in, the work you have put in, right? So know that as you continue to stay disciplined, as you continue to go up against the attacks that are coming up against you physically, it is going to break the warfare, break the spells, break the witchcraft, break the destiny swaps from being able to take place in your life, okay? And they're sending you these attacks because they know how powerful you are, and how much God is using you, and how you will be in a huge impact to the world. And again, that causes jealousy and envy in people. So again, make sure you're not oversharing. Make sure you are being very weary of the people in your camp, because for some of you all, it is the people close to you that are causing these attacks. And if people, it's hard for people to destiny swap or to attack you if they don't know what to attack. So it's important to stay quiet in this season, not overshare, and keep things sacred. Keep things between you and God unless God is calling you to say something, because sometimes we be creating extra warfare for ourselves because we don't know how to shut up. We don't know how to be quiet when good things are happening. And I get it. If you're someone that never really has had a safe place to vent or to communicate to, and then you finally feel comfortable with someone, but they're really an op or an enemy, or they're operating against you, you're really doing more harm than good. Learn to vent to God. That's your, I'm telling you, that's your best friend. That's your best plan. Okay? Because we don't got time to get so close to the breakthrough or get close to the finish line. And because we have overshared, we are set back and delayed even longer. Because for whoever you are, you've been delayed long enough. Okay? It is time for you to operate in your purpose at full capacity. It is time for you to what's the word? I don't want to say set the world on fire, but to like to really go into your purpose full throttle. It's time for you to operate in your highest form of who God called you to be, so you can impact the world in such a major way. You have such a huge calling on your life, and you are anointed to impact the masses. So do not allow the attacks or the resistance to deter you, because those are direct confirmations of how close you are to the breakthrough and how important your purpose is to this earth. Okay. So I love y'all. God loves you so much more. And that is it, you guys. Do not allow these attacks or these beauty spells or the attempts at your at destiny swapping to deter you. It fuel you even more to know that if somebody else is trying to steal your destiny instead of operating in their own uh trying to conquer their own destiny and operate in their purpose, that got to let you know how special your purpose is. For somebody else to completely ditch their purpose on this earth and what they have to do to try to steal your purpose is a direct confirmation to let you know how big your purpose is, how impactful your presence will be on this earth, and how much God is getting ready to use you to impact and really motivate the masses, okay? So, whoever you are, I love you. God loves you so much more. And get ready, because major things are on the way, breakthrough is on the way, and help is on the way. Whoever you are, you're getting ready to receive provision. You're getting ready to receive guidance on what to do next, where to go next, who to let go of. You're going to receive insight as you receive this provision. And when you get this provision, things are going to take off very fast. And one of the videos I did this week, I talked about how a lot of you all are getting ready to meet your spouse. And I also want to say that you're getting ready to meet your soul tribe, the people that will be your friend. And don't get me wrong, as you grow and get to the top, how they say the top can be lonely, it can be lonely, but for whoever you are, God will send certain people to you that you will be able to trust, that will help you move along this journey with so much grace. Okay. Um, and even then still be God led on who to share certain things with. But a lot of you all are about to get ready to proceed to receive provision and insight on how to go about moving in this next season. And as you do, it is literally going to ignite things to move with speed. Okay, things are getting ready to move with speed because it's a lot of different demonic things that are breaking off of you and breaking off of your bloodline through your obedience, through your discipline, through your consistency and your faith and believing in God and what He has promised for your life. Okay, so get excited. Major things are taking place, and I will see y'all at the top. Okay, because we gonna make it to the other side and we ain't gonna let the enemy win. Period. Or the ops, whoever the mops is, they ain't finna win. It don't matter, no witch, no warlock, no devil, no demon. They ain't more powerful than Jesus. They ain't more powerful than God. Okay? So you gotta know that. And you gotta believe that. And you got to walk like God has sent you everywhere your foot steps, you shall take territory. Okay? And you gotta operate like can't nobody beat the God that I'm serving. Period. And yeah, I just want to give y'all some fuel on this Friday because I felt led in my spirit to share this with you all. I pray that it runs across the right people and it blesses you all in such a major way. And I'll be back when God sends me. Okay? So y'all have a good one and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.